And obviously, when you're a little kid, you're thinking that, maybe you're going to have a moment like this. And obviously, it's just one of these things that's kind of obvious. And obviously, you just want to go out there and work hard.
Hey everyone, my name is Darian, and today I'm here with country music star Brett Kissel. I'm not a huge hockey person.
Yeah.
I don't watch that much, but I had to tune into the Four Nations final.
Yeah.
I turned on my TV, and I kid you not, you were the first face I see amongst...
Was I singing the anthem?
Yes, yes. With a bunch of other Canadians cheering him on. I thought it was so funny. What was it like to be there for that game? Obviously, huge moment for Canada and for
unbelievable
hockey fans.
I can't even put it into words.
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing, the coolest sporting event I've ever been able to be a part of. And everybody's walking on the concourse, about an hour before the puck drop. And all the Americans are going, USA, USA, just chanting. And I had enough of it. So I put my hand on my heart and I started going, oh, Canada. And before you know it, 80 Canadians, maybe 100, were all just got our arms around each other. And we just started singing, and we just started to attract all the Canadians. And it was an epic moment, something I'll never forget.
And that's when the camera caught you, and that's the moment
so I guess
seeing?
Somebody from one of the TV stations was walking around with a big camera, and so all my buddies are like, you're at the game? And I'm like, I actually wanted to keep a low profile because at that point, that was 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. local time. Me and my little cousin, he was 10 years younger than me, we'd already probably 4 or 5 beers in.
Yeah.
By then, so
rowdy.
I knew I was gonna be having a good time. I didn't want to be on camera, but whatever, you gotta start singing the anthem.
And you're from Edmonton. You're obviously an Oilers fan. I've seen you at the games from time to time.
Oh yeah.
How did it feel? Did it feel extra special, I guess, that Connor McDavid was the one to score the game-winning goal?
It was poetic. It was almost like Disney could not have written out a more dramatic and uplifting script than what we got to see in real life, with Connor McDavid scoring the goal in overtime for Canada.
I know.
You can't write that stuff.
I felt like we needed it.
We did. John Cooper, the coach, he said it. 2 things I loved about him now that I've seen, all the clips on the media. The first thing that I loved is in the post game, he said, Canada needed this win. Our boys needed this win, but Canada needed this win.
Yeah.
And he was right. But my favorite clip that was even better than that is he was mic'd up, and the NHL does a great job miking up all the players and the coach and everything for content. John Cooper fires everybody up. Right after the TV timeout, he says, I want somebody to be selfish and put the puck in the net. McDavid, Marner, you're up. Away these guys go, win the draw, and score the goal within 30 seconds of him yelling at his bench.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would run through a wall for this guy. And it was epic. It really was epic. And epic is overused, but it was epic.
I'm jealous that you got to be there for that moment.
It was unreal.
Since you are a hockey fan, I was wondering if we could do a little something.
Yeah.
Kind of like a mock you've seen some intermission interviews from time to time, hockey style.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we could do kind of a mock intermission style interview.
100%.
Hockey style. Brett, you're working so hard out there on your tour. How's it going so far?
Well, obviously, it's just one of those things, with the guys, we're just fired up out there, and, we're just halfway through the season. It's always a battle out there, and obviously just having a really, really good time out there with the boys. We've got a lot of work to do for the second period here.
Were you nervous going into this?
Obviously there's a lot of nerves that happen with a big moment like this, big tour like this, and obviously, you've always wanted to, to go out on tour and go out on the road like this, and obviously when you're a little kid, you're thinking that, maybe you're gonna have a moment like this, and obviously, it's just one of these things that's kind of obvious, and obviously, you just want to go out there and work hard.
Well, performing live can be really tough, but you seem to be really pushing through. Is there anything that you need to be doing differently in the second leg of this tour?
Well, obviously, there's a lot of key things. We got to keep working hard out there. Obviously, there's just a bunch of things that weren't working, at the beginning, but you refine that, right? So you've got a really good team. You got to lean on your guys, and I know that I have to contribute and do my part and fill my role. And obviously, we're going to try to do that in the second part.
Well, that's Brett Kissel. He's been a star so far. Back to you in the studio. Perfect. Thank you so much.
You guys got to get an obviously count because those guys say that specific word.
You nailed it.
100 times in interview.
You nailed it. I honestly thought you played hockey for a second.
No.
Is this Connor McDavid? What?